Let's jump right into a problem that, anyone who's ever managed a project has definitely run into. How do you give a teammate the access they need without, accidentally handing over the keys to the entire kingdom? It's all about that tricky balance between moving fast and staying safe.
So let's start with this scenario right here, because it's perfect. You're on a deadline, things are moving quickly, and your teammate Joe, he needs to get in there and handle some messages from suppliers. And right there, you see the easy option. Just add him to the project owner group. I mean, it's one click, it's fast, it's easy, but is it the right move?
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? What is the best way to solve this problem? This situation pops up constantly, and the most obvious answer, the quickest fix, is often the one that's packed with hidden risks. So let's break that down. First, let's talk about that tempting shortcut, the all-access pass. We're going to look at why the easiest option is almost never the safest, and how just a few extra seconds now can save you a massive headache down the road.
See, here's the thing. When you make Joe a project owner, you're not just letting him see the messages he needs. You're giving him the power to edit, to change, to maybe even delete anything and everything in that project. Now, of course, Joe is a great teammate, but we're all human. One accidental click, one slip of the mouse, and you could have a real problem on your hands.
When you see it laid out like this, side by side, the choice becomes pretty clear, right? On one side, you've got the quick fix. It's fast, but it gives away full edit access and comes with a super high risk of accidental changes. But on the other side, you've got the smart fix. Precise, secure permissions that are tailored just for the job at hand. It's night and day.
Okay, so this leads us to a much smarter, more professional way of thinking about this. This isn't just some random tip. It's actually based on a core security concept that the pros use all the time.
And here it is. It's called the principle of least privilege. Now that might sound a little technical, but the idea behind it is incredibly simple and honestly, really powerful. It just means don't give people access to things they don't absolutely need. If Joe's job is to handle messages, then message access is all he should get. That's it.
So, how do we actually do this? How do we put this principle into action? Let's walk through the exact steps our project manager, Monique, would take to give Joe access the right way. And trust me, it's way easier than you might think.
Okay, here we go. So instead of just adding Joe to an existing group, Monique creates a brand new one. From there, she clicks to select roles, and then she just searches for a keyword that's related to the task. In this case, messages. The system instantly shows her the options, she picks the perfect one, and bam, she adds Joe to this new, secure, custom-built group. Simple as that. And just look at how specific this is. This is what I mean by precision. Monique isn't guessing. The system is offering her really specific roles, like access participant messages. She can pick the exact tool for the job, making sure Joe can do his work without touching anything else.
And get this, the system is also incredibly flexible. What if Joe needed to handle messages and also view, say, financial reports? No problem at all. You can actually select and combine multiple roles into one custom group. This lets you build the absolute perfect set of permissions for any person on your team, no matter what their job is.
So why does all this matter? Why go through those few extra clicks? Well, the payoff is huge. This isn't just about following some arbitrary rule. It's about fundamentally protecting your project and empowering your team in a much smarter way.
I mean, this chart really says it all. When you use custom roles, your project security just skyrockets. At the same time, the risk of human error plummets because people simply can't edit things they're not supposed to. And your team's efficiency? It stays high because everybody has exactly what they need to get their job done. No more and no less.
So let's boil it all down. What are the key takeaways here? First, please resist that temptation to use the project owner group as a catch-all solution. Always, always think with the principle of least privilege. When you create custom, purpose-built roles, you're protecting the integrity of your work, you're preventing accidents, and you're empowering your teammates to contribute in a safe and effective way.
And that leaves me with one final question for you. This whole idea of precision, of granting only the necessary access, it doesn't just apply to project management software. Think about it. Shared drives, document folders, email lists. Where else in your workflow can you apply this powerful principle to work smarter and a whole lot safer?